Yeah, you know, and back to the models, like I think the models can be, like Bill said, the models they can be helpful, like, and they can be limiting, and you know, and I think that in many ways we're looking for some idea that's going to make it make sense, and I'm really going to push against that. Like, there's no idea here that we're going to find that then says, okay, it's all going to make sense now. Or I can stand against that and I can move for the rest of my life because I figured out that idea. That's not what we're doing here, like not at all. So we're actually there's something more interesting happening in the unknown here that we will start to mature in that will then take over and change us. And so anywhere we think like, oh, that's it, or I'm going to figure it out, that I'm going to at that point I want to push against that. So there's no part where in it, just like what I was saying, our bodies, we're not holding, and we're not also not holding an idea in our mind of this is what's happening. This is the hard part. It's like, okay, I can quote unquote relax, but then I still think it's got to be a certain way. I'm looking for the thing I can think, which will then make it all make sense. It's the same with our body. We grip with our body, we grip with our idea, and we're that's what we're kind of challenging that, you know. I also think you know, this is the great thing about some of this is it's real like physical. Rubber hits the road, like my shoulders creak. You know, my body's um got its problems, you know, and I don't think that we're also like we're not getting here, we're not here to get the perfect body or to get to become this ideal here either. I think that's also tricky. Like, is this an ideal practice? I do this until I'm this superhuman person. Like, um, you know, I think beautiful things do happen here, but really, I think there's something deeper that is kind of takes over our process here, that within our broken body and within the reality of walking around as a human with our injuries and all of our stuff, that something there's some freedom here that is the kind of the main, that's what we're really doing. And then also we will heal, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily like we think there's a superhuman ideal that we're going towards here. And so as long as I got this body that hurts me, I'm doing it wrong, or I'm not right, or you know, so it's both, and there's an exploration there with it, and we're all going to die, and you know, we're what we realize we're still going to die, but we can realize something deeper than that here, you know, and with our practice, and our bodies are still going to die, but there's something really interesting going on um, to discover. Even if our bodies fail us, there's something still there, you know. It's beautiful because it's kind of like both end, because you see people totally change and they start to like where they were this walking pressure cooker of tension and frustration. A lot of that really does change for people. Like a lot of it really profoundly changes. And we're still just these shitbags, you know, walking around, you know, kind of banging against stuff, you know. So there's that too, you know. I did doing that koan one time, and the Roshi opens up his bathroom and he's shitting. He's, it's true. We really are. You know, he's yelling from he opens his window and I'm sweeping in the garden. He's yelling at me that because he anyway, Roshi's uh constipated too, by the way. He's not perfect. He got constipation issues. So anyway, we're not perfect. You still might be constipated. He's a tight ass.